In a joint effort, the Desert Sun newspaper and the nonprofit newsroom ProPublica collected data to understand how much water farmers in the Imperial Valley were using. They determined from this collected data that 20 farming families in the Imperial Valley use and control a vast amount of Colorado River water. In fact, these farmers may use and control 50% of all the agricultural water used in the Imperial Valley. Some of these farmers, according to the data, use more water than entire cities. An important outcome, however, of these farmers using and controlling so much water was never discussed in the articles by the two organizations. That outcome being, these farmers most likely control a majority of the water that flows into the Salton Sea as runoff. About 85% of the water that flowed into the Salton Sea in 2022 is estimated to come from Imperial Valley farmers. This could put a huge amount of power in the hands of these families and the health of the region and the lake itself. Already, water diversions away from Imperial Valley farms and water conservation technology and techniques in the region are causing huge changes to the Salton Sea. Huge decreases in runoff in the last 2 decades are resulting in drastic reductions in the elevation and surface area of the Salton Sea. As the Salton Sea shrinks, its lakebed is exposed, allowing toxic dust to become airborne. Already this dust, along with other sources, are resulting in Imperial County having the most emergency room visits of children for asthma-related issues than any other county in California. The relatively rapid recession of the lake is also drying up wetlands that supports hundreds of species of birds as well as other wildlife. If it is true that 20 family farms are responsible for a majority of the water that flows into the Salton Sea, then implementing strong water conservation methods or water transfer deals directly to these few farms could dramatically decrease the size of the Salton Sea extremely quickly. Basically, these few farmers, for whatever reason, do anything that stops or greatly decreases the flow of this runoff, then the size of the lake would change very fast. These changes would seriously exacerbate problems already occurring at the Salton Sea. Ongoing dust mitigation and habitat restoration efforts cannot keep up with the current rate of Salton Sea shrinkage. Please note, it is difficult to determine how much of the runoff that flows into the Salton Sea is from what farm. It is very possible that these 20 families may not have as much control of how much water flows into the Salton Sea as it seems. Other Imperial Valley farmers may be producing more runoff than these 20 farmers. Variables such as crop type and irrigation methods could, for example, result in varying amounts of runoff from any of the farms in the Imperial Valley.